My name is Joon Lee. I'm an independent sports journalist. Prior to becoming an independent sports journalist, primarily on YouTube, I was at ESPN for 5.5 years, where I covered the intersection of sports and culture, did writing, did television, did a little bit of everything under the sun. And before that, I grew up in Boston, Massachusetts, and as part of the most entitled generation of sports fans ever, seeing all the championships in the city, and that's kind of, I think, what propelled me to want to pursue a career in this industry.
And when it comes to representation, like who do you look up to when it comes to that? Like maybe probably like family members or like friends or maybe other like content creators or maybe even like sports figures.
Sure. Wow. I mean, I would probably start with my parents, like my mom in particular. Like when we moved to the United States, I was 2 months old. I was born in Seoul, South Korea. My mom didn't speak a ton of English when we moved here, and her being able to navigate raising me as a kid, in a place that she didn't know anyone. That's something that I still think about a lot to this day. My grandma on my dad's side was a single mom as well, and so I think about their kind of journeys, and their perseverance and their grit a lot in terms of how they were able to kind of make their lives for themselves from a sports perspective. I would say that I had three major mentors on the Asian American side, in the industry. Mina Kimes, Pablo Torre, and Jay Caspian Kang. Like, I've known them since I was in college, and they played a huge role in helping me to kind of navigate the early days of me starting out a career in this industry where there aren't a ton of Asian American faces and a lot of precedent for how to navigate all of the things that come with being a minority in a predominantly white upper class industry. And so I think that was huge for me, being able to, I think, just feel a level of comfort in learning how to navigate just the dynamics that come with having a public facing career that journalism is. And then I think there's so many like athletes that I could think about. Park Ji-sung, who was the star of the Korean national team in 2002. There's Ichiro. There's Jeremy Lin was a huge one. I've been following Jeremy's career since he was at Harvard, because I grew up in the Boston area, and he was, the star of the Harvard basketball team, and he was making a lot of noise even when he was there. And so when Linsanity happened, it really felt like a massive paradigm shift. And then I think just like seeing the way that, as a massive K-pop fan myself, the way that like groups like BTS and Blackpink have navigated kind of this new level of visibility, but also like there's a whole generation of K-pop acts, whether it's Big Bang or God. There's like so many like